Everyone, welcome back to another stream. Hope you're all doing well. But yeah, that was from Front Mission Kilniath, yeah. So that is one of the battle themes. I don't think we've heard it in this playthrough yet, though. So yeah, today we're going to be doing some more Front Mission 3. Plan today is just try and get a bit further through the Alisa storyline. Maybe a couple more missions done. And then on Sunday, we will be doing the PSO 25th anniversary premiere on YouTube at about 4 PM GMT. And then there'll also be a stream later in the day for PSO as well. I also found out that apparently it's the 39th anniversary of Phantasy Star on Saturday as well. So there's a lot of Phantasy Star anniversaries this week. Yesterday was Phantasy Star 4's anniversary as well. So yeah, it's been an active week for Phantasy Star. But for today, we can put Phantasy Star to one side because we're doing Front Mission today. Hey Ralph, I'm good to see you. And Drac as well. And Richard. Hope you're dodging the germs. To a certain degree. I've kind of had this cold for what feels like weeks now, but it never seems to have got any worse or any better. It's just kind of here to stay, I think. But yeah, working in a hospital during the middle of a flu outbreak is not ideal. I mean, they've already brought back in where certain parts of the hospital we have to wear masks again. Thankfully, I don't have to because I'm not ward based. But yeah, it's a bit grim. I wonder if they intentionally released the games at around a similar time. I looked into it and they're a bit spread through the year, but there is definitely a bit of a bias towards, I would say, December and July. Might give me a fever and a sick day on my penultimate work day of the year. Oh, sorry to hear that. I mean, I hope you feel better. I mean, hopefully well enough for Christmas. Yeah, for what it's worth, I think most of my family are ill to some degree. Pretty much everyone I work with is ill to some degree. It just seems really bad this year. Right, so just quickly check, make sure we've got repair kits. Yeah, amazingly, we actually do. So last time we breached the fortress. We did pretty much everything we needed to do there to kind of immobilize this fortress for a while. That's kind of where we left it last time. I love how it's intermission. Yeah, with the space, yeah. So we'll check the network quick first. Just in case we missed any emails. I forgot we changed the background to the dog. Also, I just want to say as well, for anyone who plays PS2 NGS, please don't spoil anything about the Ruin Luther fight because I haven't had a chance to do it yet. I've only heard good things about it, so I'm actually really excited to try it. I'm hopefully going to try it after I finish on here, but yeah. So, no new emails by the looks of things. So I guess if there's nothing else to do, I will quickly check the forum because there is a site I just want to check to see if we've unlocked yet. Okay, so we checked those ones last time. I still love the music for the network and for Mission 3, it's so good. I don't think we've unlocked what I want yet. I think I should have before, but there is actually a wanted thing on the Japanese police site, and you can actually track down some of the people and like give the police clues to where they are. Menu sound effects too. Japan has a way with those. Yeah, I do really like the sound. I don't know if the remake kept the sound the same. I know they tend to keep roughly the same for the soundtrack. Yeah, this game has like a very distinct style. I know the BGM is amazing for Luther because PSO2 got uploaded it already. I mean, I'm not surprised the BGM's good for that fight because the PSO2 version was amazing, so... Okay, so I don't think there's anything else. Is there anything in Japan other? I think we only have Armored Kin. Let's check this Armored Kin site again. The distinct smell of Windows 98 UI with a hint of 3D. Do we have any downloads? What's undercover? Already downloaded, okay, that's fine. think we got everything from that already. The sites do get updated as you play through the game, so it is worth checking them now and again. Yeah, so that one hasn't updated yet. Fair enough. So I think we can move on then. Armored Kin as opposed to Armored Core. Okay, let's move on. So I think we've more or less finished with the large like hovercraft thing for the most part. Sound effects are quite interesting for sure. They are. What? We're not at the engine room yet? Use that elevator to go up. The engine room is inside. Destroy that, and we'll immobilize this fortress. We have to capture it first. Then set the explosives to destroy it. I knew, even though I didn't say anything. Let's go up here. Oh, we have the absolute goat Pierre with us again, I guess. Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? Rather than there's like certain noises in games that just get ingrained into your memory. You know, things like the sonic ring noise and things like that. You know, they're the kind of sounds where you hear it and you know immediately where it's from. Could say the same for the Phantasy Star Rare Drop noise, you know. They're here. Begin the attack and cover the engine room. Okay, so we've got another one of these. And Rick has steps. I mean, who could forget? So it is another one of these where we only have 2 Panzers, which is unfortunate. I guess we probably have Pierre as well, though. Man, have we still not bought a defense thing for Liu? We need to sort that out. I'm going to assume that most of them are using machine guns again, so... Try to see what we're dealing with. This is a really cramped level, actually. I guess it doesn't really matter where we deploy because we're right next to each other anyway. Let's just have a look what we're dealing with first. And first of all, let's also check the conditions. Usual conditions. They do change occasionally. Yeah, so we do have Pierre with us again. That's good. So you are machine gun. There's a guy with a rifle. So obviously you have to work with these elevator switches again. This is a weird map. Another guy with a rifle. Another machine gun. Is that it? There's a sneaky one down there as well. Yeah, this is a very weird map. I don't remember this stage at all. Okay, Leo. Can we hit anything? Tell you what, we'll come back to Leo. %42% with a machine gun. I actually did a lot of damage. The foot soldiers are quite brave to go up against giant armored mechs with huge weapons. You'd think that, yeah, but logic makes no sense in this game. I mentioned it last time, but yeah, the damage on our mechs is like massively scaled down when you fire against humans. And you also have really bad accuracy. And they have a high chance of stunning you. Sometimes they're more dangerous than the mechs. Which I know makes no sense whatsoever. 43%, man. Come on, Lou. It was ambitious. Don't die, Pierre. Should I shield that? There's not a huge amount of enemies at the minute. I'm kind of hesitant to use a shield in case something with like a melee weapon shows up. But I guess we do have a mech that has repair kits, so sure. That's slightly annoying. See what I mean about the enemies being quite annoying. Pierre the goat. This is a very strange map, so Leo, you get back in your mech. Okay, I guess we can work on this guy now. Now, mercifully, these guys, at least they're not upgraded. The game does show some mercy. I think we start with the machine gun just to whittle some parts of it down a bit. I can't help noticing that Pierre seems to have lost his missile launcher that he had last time. What happened with that, Pierre? Where is it? Okay, this I might counter because if I hit the body, it should kill. He's been ejected again. Clearly, Liu is not fastening his seatbelt. Okay, Lou, what you'll do this turn is get back in again. That is very unlucky. I think we destroyed a part. I don't know which arm it was. Was it left arm? Hopefully. I mean, Pierre's going to clean up again anyway. Can enemy pilots enter your mech? I've never seen it happen. I'm not going to say it can't for definite, but I've never seen it happen. You can definitely enter enemy mechs, but I don't know if the reverse can happen. It would be very funny if you got ejected and then some random NPC stole like the most powerful mech in the game. Okay, so Pierre clearly just wants a solo because he's standing on the lift. Annoyingly, these are really small lifts and it can only take one at a time. So, I mean, I guess... Yeah, you can't hit from there, so that's fine. I guess we can send Pierre up. They'll move Fam over to the lift. Pierre doesn't seem to care at all about the guys. He only cares about the actual mechs. I'm concerned he's on very low health. He might actually die here. Nice dodge. This is why you don't go rushing ahead, Pierre. And only this is going to take a long time to get to him because I need to keep someone here. Because Pierre won't come back to do the switch because he's just gone on a rampage, apparently. Jeeves cannot die. I don't think, for victory conditions at least, I don't think it matters if he dies. I don't think. We'll find out. Okay, so what I need to do here is... This is really annoying. It's going to take forever, so I need to keep Lou here. So that they can bring the elevator back down again. Then Fam can go on the elevator. And then Lou can press it again. Jeeves is doing a Prince Rurik from Guild Wars, he is. He's not going to survive this. Goodbye, Pierre. I mean, it's going to be a miracle if he survives. Well, Pierre, you tried. And that, Pierre, is why we don't rush ahead. Okay, so we'll bring Fam here. I'm not going to attack that guy because if I attack and I get stunned or ejected, it's going to hold up Lou even more. So I'm actually going to end the turn there. To bring the elevator back down for Lou. Then Lou can move onto the elevator. And then Fam can press it again. And next turn we should be good to go. Really? You're really going to shoot me from there with 7% accuracy? I mean, it's ambitious. You hit one. Oh, you just don't care at all. I'm going to shield that because these guys are really annoying. Okay, let's bring... Hey, Pika, good to see you. I think I'm going to use Fam to take care of the pilot because a shotgun will work way better. So... yeah, let's use a rifle on the mech instead. Well, we destroyed its machine gun arm, that is really useful. Okay, Fam, it is time to commit war crimes. Or it would be if you could actually hit something. I forgot you were there. 20% accuracy. We would have 84 with a counter because we're shooting back down. Yeah, sure. Congratulations, you hit once. Now you've lost your machine gun arm. We seem to have destroyed everything's machine gun arm, which is really nice. And very good luck. I don't know why the game does it, but it seems like nearly every mech in the game has its gun on its left arm. So if you destroy the left arm, it's kind of over. Okay, we do really need to try and kill this guy. Come on, Lou, 45%. Nope. Yeah, Fam, 42%. We almost got him. Somehow this pilot is lasting longer than any of the mechs in the search. Nice miss. Fam only has to land, what, 2 or 3 bullets with a machine gun, so I think she can probably take care of him next turn. So probably best for Lou to focus on the mechs now. Yeah, they have both lost their left arm, so they're both just kind of useless. I'll take that. Right, please, fam. Thank you. Yeah, the guys with the rifles are actually really irritating. I like how in their phase, they're just like, I have no idea what to do. Okay, there is another elevator there. Does this stage go anywhere else, or is that it? That does appear to be it. I almost lost my left arm in real life. Terrible infection from an animal bite. That sounds horrific. I'm glad you didn't. Yeah, Fam is now getting a revenge for the death of Pierre. I do find it funny that the AI kind of doesn't know what to do if you're on a floor above them or below them. They just kind of sit there until you come down to them. Yeah, I think Fam would be more useful against this, so let's have Fam move onto the elevator. I mean, she may as well attack. I still don't really understand the whole switch pressing thing in this game. It kind of feels like if you stand next to the blue light, you get to press the switch, and occasionally if you're on the elevator, you get to activate it as well. I mean, sure. Yeah, he's opting to surrender because we've destroyed his other arm. I mean, I can end this literally now. Unfortunately, we're probably going to destroy it, I think. So, because I would quite like the mech, just for some free money, let's not attack. And let's have Liu shoot it instead, because I don't think the rifle will destroy it. I could be wrong, though. We'll find out. Nice. That wasn't too bad a stage. I mean, it did help that Pierre just kind of wanted to solo everything and just took all of the gunfire. He went down a hero. I like how we only lose 2% score for the death of Pierre. It is shooty mech time, Jokey, it is. We probably need to sell some of these because we are almost out of space, actually. Never mind, Pierre's back. Explosives in place. Do you read me, Liu? Kazuki, what's wrong? We're done here, so we're pulling out. Roger. Kazuki, looks like things went well with you. We're ready here too. Pull out. Yes, they did well. What? Are you just going to ignore me? Wait. Let's go up here. Yes, my lady. What would we do without Pierre? Yeah, it feels like you spent a long time in the game inside this this ship or whatever it is. So just before I move on, I am just going to sort of stock out a little bit because we've got too many. Pierre wasn't dead, he was only sleeping. He played the long game. Yeah, we may as well break up a few of these spare mechs and get some money for them. And these mechs we got are really common anyway, so... He was just getting his lady some coffee. Okay, what are these actually worth? It's 1,200, 1,200, 670, 1,200. Yeah, we can get some good money from these, actually. So let's sell one of the upgraded ones. And we'll sell the non-upgraded one as well. So we've still got 2 spares. Yeah, I think that's good. So we've got, what, 1, 2, 3 spaces. So what, for these, what I should do actually is break the other ones into parts so they're not taking up the actual stock. So this is something you can do, so you can actually just divide them up into the component parts. And that way it clears out the stock. The Kazel, I tend to keep them because they actually have some really useful skills. I'm just needing a good mech to be able to build the parts into. I think the Kazel is actually a really solid, like, early game mech. It makes no sense, yeah, that if the mech is put together, it takes a space in your stock. But if you break it into parts, it doesn't. Okay, there we go. We've got loads of space now. We didn't use any repair kits, so I think we're good. Let's just quickly check the upgrades, make sure nothing's actually been upgraded. We do need to buy the defense upgrade for Liu, actually. And since we've got a little bit of money, let's finally unlock some of these boost upgrades. So you'll see what the boost upgrades do probably next map that we do. We just need a map that's got a bit of open space. And again, since we're on the network, I may as well check the mail. Kind of makes sense to just check it every time you go on. Most of the mail you get is just kind of lore dumps or just a bit of flavor text, but now and again you do get important stuff. Not this time though. We're just seeing if any of the parts are worth swapping out with the team vans, then sold all the rest. Yeah, I mean, later on in the game, I tend to do a bit of like simulator farming with different parts. I mean, I think you can buy the Kazel later on. You might be able to buy it now, actually. Shame they hadn't invented you got mail audio notifications. They didn't. Yeah, what I will check actually then, is there any parts we can swap out that we don't need to use now? I'm thinking ones that we've already learned the battle skills for that we could switch over to something better. So we have already learned Tackle 1. The downside with the Kazel stuff is really heavy. This network background gives a big morale bonus. It does. Yeah, we still only have the really basic ones at the minute. What about in our stock list? I mean, I could swap to the old one that Ryogo was using. The downside, though, is we'd lose quite a lot of health. I think that's better done in the simulator rather than in real battles. So the arm, we've already learnt double assault, so we could give it hit or miss, but the RNG is bad enough to have on one character. I dislike some things from new games, like the whole yellow paint thing we talked about a while ago, but the orange dots to let us know where new things are, that I approve 100%. Okay, so the Kazel left arm does learn a melee skill. And does also increase our melee percentage as well, so that's probably worth switching to. On the melee arm, at least, anyway. And then for the right arm, can we switch it to something with a bit more accuracy? Ideally, without losing too much health. The answer to that is no, because all these have a lot less health. That's not too bad, actually. That's only a little bit less. And we could learn rate of fire up 2 from it, which we can nice for a shotgun, I guess. And it's also more accurate. Oh, we actually can't because the weight limit, it goes over weight limit, actually. So we'd have to switch to either a power backpack, a lighter melee weapon, or switch out another part that's a bit heavier. Rolf up 2. What is legs? So the legs require no shoulder weapon. I'm kind of surprised that hasn't activated the skill yet then, because we don't have a shoulder weapon. I don't want to use the hover ones because they're really not good. I mean, AP minus 30% is kind of useful. It lets us move a bit further. The health is pretty much identical. Yeah, that seems like a good shot. Okay, what about Ryogo? So you still haven't learned the body skill yet. You don't really have a whole lot of weight to work with again, so this might be quite difficult again. Yeah, so you still haven't learned the melee skill either. I think once Ryogo learns the melee skill from this arm, what I'll do is I'll switch it to Kazuki's old arm, because then he might learn double assault as well. Or until he learns this skill, I can't redo it. Do we need to change anything on the Barons? We really do not have a lot of space to work with. More missiles. You see, I would love to do that. And you can technically do that. The issue is that the missile launchers are very, very heavy. And it goes massively over the weight limit. I think the only way to get around it would be to make it a really lightweight Vanzer. Which would probably mean using melee arms that are lighter, which are then less accurate. And I'd probably have to drop the backpack for a power backpack, but then I wouldn't be able to carry extra missiles. And you can only shoot one missile launch per turn. That's why Barons are wide-bodied. I don't think I've ever used a double missile Vanzer. It's really hard to make it work. Yeah, even with the lightest missile launch, you're still talking like 52 overweight. And even if we went to a different backpack, so one of the power ones, that would give us 59. So we could technically go with that backpack and then put the small missile launcher on. But you're only firing one missile a turn anyway. You can't shoot both of them the same turn. And I wouldn't be able to take any repairs or missiles. Now, yes, I would have more missiles because you've got 2 missile launchers, but no repair kits kind of hurts, especially when the thing doesn't have that much health. What might be an idea, though, is if we have any weight left, which I don't think we really do. Clearly PSO technology. So on our right hand, how heavy is a shield? That, however, is worth doing. Because then if something does attack it, I can throw a shield up. Yeah, I'm very happy doing that. Yeah, shields in this game are super useful. Can we, like, upgrade Lose Rifle at all yet? Because it feels really bad. So which one's he using? The Frambar FF. Which is, what, 58 damage? Well, there is a better rifle. Why are we not using that? Yeah, take that. Remember shields being pretty useful in Front Mission 1? Yeah, in this they're really good. We also need to upgrade Miho's melee weapon as well because the Warhammer is absolute garbage. I also want to switch it to a piercing one as well, so she's got an impact weapon and a piercing weapon. So we do have a piercing weapon. We've only got the first one, unfortunately, and it is a bit weaker, but we have a pile bunker. Yeah, and we don't melee a whole lot with her anyway, so I guess we can do that. And then I probably want to do a similar thing for Fam as well. Well, actually, no, she's fine because she's using an impact weapon and then a piercing gun. So she's like the reverse of Miho. That's fine. Yeah, I think we're good. So now we save it and then we find out that we've completely ruined our builds. We lost contact with the engine room. The engine's stopping. How is the flight deck? No response. That was quick. Yes? It's nothing. Tell them in headquarters. Dagat Ahas disabled. Prepare for enemy invasion of Luzon. Yes, sir. The flagship will defend us. That is slightly ominous when we thought this was the flagship. Unless he means that the thing there on board at the minute is going to defend him. Send the surviving fleet to defend Luzon. Why is the ship holding a flag? What's the situation, Bamam? There's no problem. All we need to do now is land on Batangas. How about you? Is the DHZ fleet on its way? Don't worry, they're on their way. We'll begin the mission as soon as they arrive. Tell the fleet to back us up in the landing process. Roger that. Just another step to Manila. I can finally free the Philippines from the OCU. We're finally landing in Batangas. We're not landing in Batangas. Why? I thought we were going to retrieve Midas. We are, but we're taking a different route. Why has everything got to be complicated, Lou? We will detour around Batangas Harbour, move north to Tal, and directly attack Tal Base. Just us? Man, what kind of fool plan is that? When we begin landing, the government and the OCU armies will concentrate their forces at Batangas. Tal Base should send their forces also. Sneak into the base while they're gone? That's a good idea. But as a police officer, I can't approve. Yeah, I think the plan sounds good too. It should be no problem for just us. I was really hoping I wouldn't have to see Ryogo's face again. Just give me one mission, Ryogo, without being weird. Tal Base is an Air Force base. The main group will leave the base, but the defense group will remain. This will not be an easy mission. That's what I'm telling you. We can't possibly do this. Ryogo, that's enough. Ryogo's fun to watch. Because he doesn't have any intelligent thoughts? Oof. Where did that come from? Alisa is just going for the throat now. All this power has gone to her head. Didn't he just agree to the plan before immediately saying we can't do it? Yes. Yeah, giving her the Barons has really brought something out in her. Now, the only thing I really don't like about this game is when you've got an option to talk to multiple people, sometimes one of these options will just advance the story, and you'll just miss the other options. And you never know which. I'm going to assume that Pamofia Pierre are probably not the vital ones to advance in the story here, so I think they're probably safe to talk to. Let's talk to the goat Pierre first. I must go with my lady and protect her. I mean, I don't know what else I was expecting, honestly. Sure, I'll go with you. What? Do you have a problem with that? I do like how Fam's kind of default sprite art here is just her looking down her nose at you. Take care of Midas. Good luck. I'll explain the details on the submarine. Everyone ready? Yeah, sure. He says, save stating. I thought he was called Barman for a second. Maybe that's his night job. I don't know why we need to just shout let's go. I mean, sure. Seems odd to discuss the plan at the enemy base. We'll begin the landing mission soon. I'll explain the steps. As you can see, Tal Base is built into the mountain. Well, I would be able to see if you stop spinning it around. They hollowed out the mountain to make a natural fortress. Midas should be in the lab inside. First, get in at the front gate, then destroy the radar to blind the enemy. Throw the base into confusion, then break in and steal Midas. After stealing Midas, meet up with the DHZ fleet off Batangas. That is all. Any questions? Yes. How do we know where Midas is? Why are we doing this? Why is there not loads more people with us? You're saying, charge into the base and take back Midas. Is that a problem? I hate being sneaky. It's the perfect plan for Kazuki. Yeah, I hate being sneaky too. Yeah, we've established that. Yeah, and why can't I use all the rockets? Kazuki, you're in no position to brag. I can't remember Joki. I'm not sure when they start showing up. Follow the young lady's instruction when handling Midas. Bam, be sure to listen to everyone. We'll all die if we're not careful. Fine. You guys do your job too. I don't want to die because of someone's dumb mistake. Alright, alright. Comrade Liu, we're approaching the landing site. Okay, let's begin. Commander Simone, the Vanzes are inside the base. What's the situation on the rebel forces? That is a hell of a haircut. Is that a Widow's Peak, I think it's called? They're fighting our defense force in Batangas. They waited until our battalion left the base. They're heading towards the lab. Midas must be their target. Incoming. It's a second torpedo. Stop them. Use whatever force necessary. I like how his order was basically just, I don't know, just figure it out. Do something. I still love the idea of us like hiding behind trees in massive mechs. Here? How do you plan to get in? Be careful. There are security cameras, so don't get careless. Yeah, I'm sure the camera will not see the massive pink mech. Be quiet. Pierre? Yes, my lady. Oh, so we'll just kind of shoot first, ask questions later, I guess. Cool. There should be no complaints here. Let's hurry. Just the look of disappointment. Yeah, it's supposed to be sneaky. You've been so strong lately. What? An alarm? Strange, finding us so easily. Yeah, might be a reason for that. Of course. The enemy's on the way, so don't get sloppy. Exactly, yeah, I wonder why there's an alarm. I already know. Don't waste your breath. Okay, so we get to choose from our full team again, which is nice. Yeah, oh no, the repercussions of my actions. Well, we take Kazuki, we take Ryogo, we take the Barons, obviously. Who do we take for the fourth? I really don't know if Liu is worth taking yet. So we could go another shotgun, or go another machine gun. Problem is I don't know what they're using, whether they're using shotguns or machine guns. Is every single character in this game completely insane? Yes. Just to varying degrees. Maybe we try going with Fam? She does have a lot of health. Machine guns aren't bad, I guess. Yeah, we'll try Fam. Okay, I'm going to save Scum here. Just in case we pick the wrong defense. A lot of things have been using machine guns so far, so I'm still fighting the OCU. So I'm going to assume it's still machine guns. Probably missiles and probably mailer bots as well, but I imagine the main guns are going to be rifles and machine guns. So probably Pearson, I think. We'll go for it. Okay, Barons, you can just hide behind there because you don't need line of sight. One thing I do find funny is, so we broke in here. Why is all this destroyed? Why is all this destroyed? What's happened here? We didn't do this. So, the boost upgrades I mentioned, you can probably see on the movement squares now. You've got the light blue squares, which is your normal movement, but you also have these dark blue ones. The dark blue ones are if you use your boosters. They basically allow you to move really far in a straight line. But you can't boost so far and then turn off. If you boost straight forward. It was the sub attack that did it. Must have been, I think. Okay, so what we're dealing with, so they do have machine guns. They are very upgraded now. That is quite scary. You have 445 health, which is nearly as much as me. You have a very strong missile launcher. You have pretty strong cannons. Another missile launcher. So there's no melee enemies, but what is there is quite scary, and there's quite a lot of them. This could be interesting. Normal conditions. Is there anyone I need to look out for? Or are you all just generic soldiers? Yeah, okay. I mean, we're going to eat missiles as soon as we go forward. There's not a whole lot I can do about that. I guess we just go for it. Also, it looks like bringing FAM was the wrong decision because most of these are anti-piercing. Although, actually, you're anti-missiles. So... yeah, I think anti-F was... well, anti-F or anti-P for me is fine. But I think for my weapons, I probably wanted to go with impact. I mean, hopefully we'll get a double assault off. That would be a nice start. Thank you, Kazuki. Feel free to chain into another one if you want. No? Yeah. Yeah, they're doing quite a bit of damage as well. The base is destroyed. Thank you for answering my question. What happened here? Okay, so we are blocked there. I do question how you have a 56% chance to hit me. I have a 0% chance to hit you, despite us shooting the same trajectory. That feels slightly BS to me. Can we go anywhere else? Yeah, I'm not sure, No Brain Shiva. It just seems odd that shooting from there, I have no accuracy. I mean, I guess this part of the wall is kind of broken away, so maybe they're shooting through there, and I'm getting blocked by this tile here. Okay, let's come back to Ryogo then. I mean, we could destroy that if it hits the body. That would be a very nice start. I mean, you destroyed a part. It's the part that I really don't care about. Can FAM hit from there? Yeah. Although we have way less accuracy than them. Yeah, I probably need to start one of the arms on her mechs at some point because I think she's still using like a melee arm. Usually after my please hit the body, the missile misses. Yeah, either misses or it'll hit the legs or the arm with no weapon on. I just feel I'm coming off worse there because you've got a stronger machine gun. I mean, I guess we only need a few bullets to hit the body. Ah, go for it. So none hit the body at all. Proving your point exactly. Oh, we have a Pierre with us, okay. Yeah, I don't Ryogo can really do anything this turn. Nice shot, Pierre. Yeah, this is where it's going to get difficult. Maybe that works in reverse as well? Yeah, let's try it. This missile is going to really hurt. No, I actually wish that into existence. Yeah, I don't like maps with tons of missile enemies. Thankfully, we did get quite lucky there. 11% accuracy. But yeah, he still landed 3 hits. I think Kazuki might be about to lose his shotgun arm straight away. But we managed to save it there. I'd probably do need to repair it next turn though. Okay, so we'll come back to Kazuki. Who has repair kits? So Ryogo has some. I think Alisa has 1 or 2. Fam doesn't, okay. I guess Fam can take a turn down to heal Kazuki. I guess what we could do is move towards this guy. Because I feel this guy's only got 80 health left. I think Ryogo could probably take care of him. So yeah, let's move Kazuki to... I'm trying the order to do this then. Because I want to heal Kazuki's arm. Kazuki is stronger than Fam. But if I attack with Kazuki first, the counter is probably going to destroy his arm. So I think in that case, we'll play it safe. Let's have... We might need Ryogo to heal it. Or I guess we could just take a turn down with Kazuki and get Kazuki to heal himself. That might be the play, honestly. Yeah, let's do that. When I was a child playing this game, I thought Ryogo was a girl. I think a lot of people who played this thought Ryogo was a girl. I think it's because of the sprite. Like, that neutral sprite. Yeah, I imagine a lot of people thought the same. Okay, Ryogo, I think probably best for you to go up here. Nice. Oh, these give a lot of experience, actually. I guess they are upgraded a bit, so that's probably why. Okay, that frees up our missile bot. So I think you are a machine gun one. You are missiles, but you're also anti-F, so you're going to resist it. I think we'll work on that then. I mean, she really likes destroying the right arm. Specifically the right arm. Sometimes I feel Ryogo's insanely overpowered. Some arms he attacks so many times in one round he kills an entire Vanza. Yep. Yeah, I think it's just because of the mech he starts in, because it learns Zoom 1 and Rate of Fire Up 1. They seem to chain a lot. So you just put a few of those in his computer and he just chains for days. He is definitely one of the strongest characters in the game, I think. Yeah, we need to swap that arm out to a gun one. Pierre, what are you doing? I fear Pierre may not survive this again. I would like to point out for anyone who hasn't played this, I am not controlling the Black Vanza. That is NPC controlled. That's fine. That less so, but... I feel like every battle we do, Kazuki gets his legs destroyed. And an arm, apparently. So I think he may be becoming a walking medkit again. Yeah, this is definitely a step up in difficulty again. And Pierre just does appear to be soloing everything. They really hit Kazuki every battle. I don't know if it's true, but I've heard that whoever you deploy first tends to get most aggro. I don't know how true that is. Okay, you don't have enough AP to counter. I'll think about what to do with you. Okay, real go. I think we need to start working towards these missile ones because the missile guys are a real problem. God, that accuracy was awful. I think it's their evade as well. I think these enemies have evade upgrades, so they're dodging quite a few of the shots as well. Yeah, go for it. I mean, panic shot helps a little bit, I guess. I mean, again, destroying the legs is not particularly useful there, but... I think I just gank up on this one here, honestly, and just try and destroy the machine gun arm on it. At least we cut down one thing attacking us. Do I go for the axe? Got 50-50 chance of taking the arm out. She does have some melee skills I need to learn as well, so it's probably not a bad idea. I was hoping to go for the arm there, actually, but... I mean, I could repair Kazuki's right arm. He is kind of just a wandering distraction at this point, honestly, because he can only move one square because his legs are destroyed. He's lost his melee arm. He's probably going to lose another part soon. I think we just try and keep him alive as long as we can and just kind of distract fire. It's going to be tough for the other three, though. Because if I don't repair the arm here, I'm going to lose the arm very likely next turn. I mean, I might still lose it anyway, but... You watch, I'll repair this and then 2 missiles will hit his body and destroy him. I really don't know what Pierre's doing. Apparently he's just wanting to peace out. You know what I was saying? Well, I think that's the first time we've actually lost one of our main characters. We'll see how it goes. That is a bit of a problem. It's just the constant missiles. I mean, I did call it. It was very likely, though. Well, at least that guy's taken out. Yeah, the main character is dead. Thankfully, the tanks seem to be distracted with Pierre as well. It's fine, we have Alisa. Okay, so how are we doing? I probably need to heal Fam's body, honestly. As long as Rio goes alive, we're safe. I mean, how many missile ones we've got? Is it 3? Got 1 there. 2. Oh, these are all missiles. Even the tanks have a lot of health now. But we are anti-P, so they should do a little bit less damage. I think the missile guys are definitely the priority now. What I'm thinking is, if we send Ryogo next to this guy, hopefully that'll persuade this guy to just punch Ryogo instead of firing missiles. And if we send Fam to this one, hopefully that'll work. I think I do need to send the missile bot in a bit, though. She does have a shield actually now as well, so she can probably handle it. Okay, so Fam, if you move, so Alisa can move to there. So if I move Fam there, I don't think there's anything in range there. No. End her turn there. Send Alisa up. Use a repair kit on Fam. And then Ryogo, I guess you can go for this one here. I mean, that was nice. That was a lot of shots in the body. I like how Pierre just completely ignores the mech and goes for the tank. I mean, I guess you're wasting some of the tank's AP. I'm very glad that missed. I will be shielding that. One thing I need to do is I need to switch the shield arm to like a melee arm if I haven't already. Just for a lot more health on that arm. Because we might lose the shield arm here, but I think it's still worth doing just to try and stop these missiles. Oh, I survived. So we're probably going to lose that arm next turn. Or now if it hits. So if I shield this, I'm going to lose that shield arm. I'm not going to counter that one. I'll see where it hits. Hopefully it'll hit the legs. Or miss. So of course it hit the missile launcher arm. Hey Scorpio, good to see you. Yeah, this is a tough battle. Okay, I need to think this through. I can't lose the missile launcher arm. I guess this turn I could zip her out of combat to get her out of range, heal up, and then come back in next turn. Because she can move really far. And to be honest, from there, she might still be able to hit things anywhere. It'd be a nice mechanic if you'd be able to move more after losing your arms. After losing weight to your arms. Yeah, possibly. Yeah, I'm going to retreat her briefly. It is her last repair kit, which is kind of scary. But yeah, we need to heal up because we need that missile launcher. I think now, the rest of us, I think we just gang up on stuff now. Yeah, Pam is, she's absolute garbage with that machine gun at the minute. I really need to swap the arm out. Okay, well that helps. Oh, that's really unfortunate that it stopped there. And of course, he doesn't attack the mech on 20 health. I mean, he has nearly destroyed the tank. You can really hit me from there. Wow. I think... Do we just counter that and lose the shield arm? It might be worth doing. The next hit it takes is we're gonna lose the arm anyway. And I think if I'm gonna lose it, I'd rather lose it on a big attack like a missile. So sure. I think if we do this again, I will do anti-F, I think, instead. Normally, I think anti-P is a really good one to go for, but this feels like one of the few battles in the game where taking the resistance into missiles might be really worth it. Of course. Well, thank you for taking that out, Pierre. Yeah, this is going to be a real struggle now, because now Ryugo has no machine gun. Thankfully, Ryugo does have a melee weapon, so we can still punch the hell out of stuff. But how much more have we got to destroy here? We've got... So what, one more tank. This guy's done next turn. And then what, 2 more missile advances on full health. Ugh. Okay, well first, let's have Fam hopefully take out this guy. Please hit the body at least once. Thank you. Okay, so that's 1 down. So I'm actually tempted now with Ryugo to boost towards this guy because I can get straight into combat with him and it'll get me inside the missile launcher range, so he would have to back off to be able to shoot me. Whereas this guy, this one up here I can't get to this turn. So that seems like a really good option. that helps. You know, the thing is, I bet this guy just ignores Ryogo completely and goes for the missile Vanzer instead. The AI works weird sometimes, and I have a feeling it's going to do it. Another anti-F breath that I still think it's worth doing. Well, he did have anti-F. Okay, yeah, just activate all your battle skills, sure. We'll go try dodging into a wall. He's special. Good to see you, Blank, as well. Okay, so Pierre seems to focus on like the tanks instead, which is probably good, honestly. Yeah, I had a feeling you were going to do that. Okay, that's very good luck. Question that move, but okay. Don't do it. Thank God. Okay, so I'm going to go up here. And then I'm going to use a repair kit on the arm because I don't want another mech with no arms. Yeah, go for it. It is really handy that we're reducing its defense. Okay, it did almost destroy the missile launcher arm, which is something. I think Pierre's going to take care of that tank this turn, so I think Fam should probably start working on this. Or are you just going to leave it alone? I mean, are you kidding me? That missile launcher arm is on 1 health. Also, enjoy this while you can, bot, because next stream you won't be able to do that. Yeah, your missile launcher arm literally has 1 health left. That is so annoying. Although you are opting to melee me instead, which makes me think, are you out of missiles? Can NPCs run out of missiles in this? I hope so. I mean, I'm obviously going to counter you. Well, destroy the missile launchers, so even if you had any, you're not using them now. And you're just running away. Okay, things might be turning round slowly. This is a really hard fight, though. Okay, that guy's surrendering. So in that case, then, let's start working on this one. Yeah, I've said this a few times, but realistically, if you've never played this before, just be aware that some of the battles in this are very, very hard, and some of them feel very unfair. Are there fights later on when you use more than 4 characters? So you tend to only use 4 at a time, but sometimes you'll get a mission where you might have like 2 parties in the same map, a bit like we had last week. I think you're limited to using 4 though, from what I remember. You might have 4 and then NPCs with you. I think you're limited to 4 player characters. Or I could be wrong because it has been a long time since I played it through all the way. It gets the difficulty by it just makes the enemies harder and harder as it goes on. So I guess since Pierre just for some reason didn't destroy this tank. Although you know what? I think it's still better to go for the mech just in case it tries shooting another missile. I actually want to use the axe for a change. Well, Pierre was like, I see you're wanting to capture that Avanza. It'd be a shame if I destroyed it. For what it's worth, I actually don't need one of those, so it's okay. I think we're good. Okay, Ryogo, I guess. Yeah, Alisa has no missiles left. It's not worth reloading now. It'd be a waste of an item. So I guess instead, you go and punch. That's actually really funny. Yeah, we chose violence with the Barons. Downside is we don't have many characters left. I mean, there's a very small chance we could get lucky and kill the pilot before it gets back in, but I don't think it'll happen. But if the opportunity is there... Exactly. I think we have to use machine gun because the melee weapon won't do enough damage in one hit to kill the pilot. I mean, there's no way we're going to land enough bullets to kill this guy, but... I think we would need to land every single shot. But sure. I mean, not far off. Just step on him like a roach. Oh, come on, Pierre. If anything, Pierre chose violence. I mean, maybe he felt sorry for me, you know. He destroyed one of the mechs that surrendered earlier and thought, damn, I know he wanted that. I guess I'll gift him this one. Yeah, that was a very rough battle. Honestly, not that much money as well for how hard that was. Thanks for the genie mech, Pierre. Oh, Kazuki's back. What's happening? Why am I seeing dead people? I don't know, but someone's entered the base for sure. Of course, they're heading for Midas. Yes, most likely. Do we stop them? No. We wait until we're certain of the situation. Whoever they are, they're making our job easier. It's to our advantage that way. What do you mean? It will keep the enemy occupied. I don't know why Miho's speech is so slow. Maybe she's meant to be like spelling it out for fam. We sneak off while they duke it out. Let's go. Yes, we sneak off in our huge pink mech. Clearly something on Miho's mind. It's heavy stealth. Okay, we do need to go on the network because we need all the repair kits again. Yeah, I think that's probably the toughest battle we've had so far. You start to realise quite quickly in this as well that if you take a mech that has 2 weapons, like 1 on each arm, they're a lot more vulnerable. So I think it is quite a common strat, honestly, to just run 1 weapon in a shield on most of your team. It does work really well, but there are some really cool skills you can get for having different weapons on each arm. And it makes you a bit more versatile as well, I guess. Definitely advantages to both, but you do realise, especially on stages with a lot of missile launchers, that it's really nice to have shields sometimes. Okay, we do have an email for Liu. From Mike Davis. Report 16. A report on Serov Warren. The report is encrypted and attached to this mail. There is an attachment. Sure. Okay, so do we now... I think we have to now actually decrypt that file. Yes, we've got a report by Serov, a report on Serov. So one thing you can do in this is, on certain internet sites in the game, there are tools you can download that do various different things. One of the ones you can get is to decrypt files. So now and again you will get files that need actually decrypting. So we do have this app that we've got before called Undercover, and this is to decrypt files. They do normally cost you money to get them from the internet sites, but it's generally worth picking them up because you can get little like tidbits of information that you wouldn't have got normally. So let's decrypt this file. And now we should be able to read it. Name, Serov Warren. Code TCX021. Escaped Orsha Lab April 2111. Now under care of the OCU. Currently working as an OCU weapons development engineer. Beginning to show erratic and unstable psychological behaviour. Receiving medical treatment. The OCU sees Serov as just another engineer. He poses no threat to us, eliminating the need to assassinate him. Addendum. Information on the Vanza Serov is testing. A prototype with the booster power of 2 Vanzas and the firepower of 4. Equipped with cannons on both arms and a grenade launcher. At this point, too many problems to mass produce. Do with that information what you will. But if you didn't have the decrypt tool, you wouldn't know any of that. Okay, Kazuki, get 2 more repair kits. Again, I do question whether the restores are worth it. It's nice that they bring parts back, but I just think 25% health is just going to get destroyed again unless someone heals it immediately. It is important to note that we do get bigger backpacks later on, so you can carry more stuff later. So then maybe these are a bit more worthwhile. What we could do is, instead of going with 4 repair kits on him, we could go with 2 repair kits and then a repair max. So repair max restores the entire HP of a part. It does cost 2 slots, but that would still leave us with 3 repair kits. That's probably not a bad idea, honestly. Yeah, miss, so to restore shields, there is actually items to do that. There is actually a shield repair item. It restores 50% durability for 2 slots, or the whole durability for 3 slots. However, it doesn't repair the arm. And your shield only works while the arm still has health left. See, I don't know if you saw how it worked, but when you shield, you lose 1 durability on the shield, which is the number of times you can use it. You still take damage on the arm that the shield's on. It just makes sure that the damage that's incoming all goes on that arm. The shields then reduce the damage by a certain percentage, so I think the shield I'm using at the moment reduces the damage by half. And you basically ensure that that damage gets halved and all put on that arm. So you're making sure that it's not hitting parts that you don't want it to hit. But the shield durability items, I think they only restore the durability of the shield, not the actual arm health. So you'd still need to repair the arm as well. And again, when you're talking 3 slots to fully repair the durability of the shield, it's a lot of slots. I think instead of going with it, I would probably go with maybe a repair max instead. I guess even if you went with like a restore high, that would bring the part back, restore 50% health. You might be able to absorb a few more hits with the shield, maybe. But I think for Kazuki, I might try running a repair max just to see if it helps. And then Ryogo. I think for Ryogo, we'll just go with all regular repairs for now. Alisa, I think probably just 2 normal repairs because she seems to heal other people more than herself. Because she's normally out the line of fire for the most part anyway. I think that's everyone. Yeah. Yeah, that was a tough mission though. It's tough because obviously when you're deploying at the start, you don't know what the enemy's using. You can see some of the sprites on the map maybe, and you can kind of figure it out. When you play it for a while, you can kind of get an idea of what mechs are which, because the sprites for the Vanzas actually look different depending on what Vanza they are. And if you see one, you'll quite often think, okay, those normally have missile launchers in the story, those normally have machine guns, so you can kind of work around it. There is a shield attack skill. Yes, there is, and it's very, very good. I don't think I have any parts that learn it yet. But yeah, it's an incredibly good skill. The downside is you have to be in melee range, and because it's a battle skill, you can't just choose to attack with the shield. So what will happen is, say if you have a shield and a gun, if you're right in front of the opponent and you go to shoot them, it might activate a shield attack. But yeah, it's a really nice skill. There's some really cool battle skills in this game. I might actually do a video at some point on some of the skills in this because there's some really interesting ones. We don't really have access to a lot of them yet. Okay, so with that, I think we can push on again. Yes, that was only the first part of Talbase. I seem to remember that Talbase is definitely one of the harder points of this story. Yeah, what you'll find as well, Mist, is there's quite a lot of skills that will have multiple ranks that are different effectiveness based on what rank they are as well. Like shield attack 3 is ridiculously strong. So you might remember these guys. It's been a while since we've seen them. Joe, how long do you plan on doing this? I don't know. Why don't you ask that jackass? Emma and Lucav are infiltrating the base. Yeah, so if you've done the Emma storyline, you probably recognize this guy. Because this guy on the Emma storyline is one of your allies. We have to draw the enemy's attention until they're done. Dennis, more of them. They aren't OCU. Who? Anti-government rebels? What do we do? Pull back? No, we can't abandon Emma. Then we have to fight. Let's rumble. Some early visitors. Hey, they're USN. They knew about this base too. What do we do? I think they'll answer that question. They're after Midas. We can't back down. Let's go. What I like is, literally in one of the last scenes, he was saying, you know, do we interfere? No, we'll see what they do. And now he's saying, no, we need to stop them. It's clearly had a change of heart in the last 5 minutes. Not really liking the idea of going up against these guys, honestly. I have no idea what they're going to resist either. They are not OCU Vanzers, they're USN, so they might resist different stuff. I know Dennis was definitely using a rifle. One of them is using a fist. I really don't know what else they're using. Like, we have to bring Kazuki, we have to bring Ryogo. I'm kind of scared to bring Alisa because her mech does not have much health. Who else do we bring? Fam just wasn't that useful last time. She has a lot of health though, which is something that's really going for her. Miho's spike isn't upgraded yet, so I guess we can try Fam and just see what they're using. I guess we can always reload if we pick badly. What defense do I go with here, man? I know we're definitely against rifles for sure, so that'll be piercing. And there's definitely a fist, which is impact. I don't remember if I saw any with missiles. Maybe we just go piercing and hope for the best. Although I think there was 2 of the big bulky mechs, which are the melee ones. Yeah, Emma is normally the missile user, but she's in the base at the minute, so I don't know if she's going to show up yet. I might actually go anti-impact, just to protect a bit against the melee ones. I mean, there's no saying we have to use the same one on every single mech as well. We could switch it up, which might not be a bad idea, honestly. Realistically, Kazuki's going to be quite close because he's got a shotgun, so maybe it's worth him having anti-impact. And probably the same for Ryogo as well. Alisa's going to be miles back, so I think for her, probably anti-piercing is best. And then maybe we keep Fam as anti-piercing just as a backup insurance policy in case we pick badly. Yeah. So what is the conditions? All Amaze's tried to make a surrender. I'm going to assume it's probably just those, but I'm going to assume they're really hard. Yeah, so you have a very strong rifle. You have an incredibly strong fist. And way more health than me. You have a slightly weaker rifle, but still pretty strong. And you have another very strong fist. Okay, this is kind of terrifying. Also, their resistances are different, so you are anti-flame, so I guess we're not using the missiles on you. You're anti-impact. And these two are anti-piercing. So I probably want to send probably Ryogo and Fam after this one. I guess Kazuki can work up towards those, maybe. Or honestly, it might just be worth just trying to gang up on one of them. The downside is, which ones can she get to? Not many. I mean, Alisa doesn't need to be near, so that's fine. I could go for Dennis, but that leaves us wide open to the melee one. I think we'll maybe start with this guy. We could also technically hang back as well and see what they do. That is another option. Well, first of all, let's just let them know that we mean business, so... Will that work? Okay, well that helps a little bit. I don't think we need another AP minus 30%, I think we're fine there. I think if we advance up, we need to send at least two, because I think one of them on their own is just going to get obliterated. Yeah, the damage on that fist really scares me. That's like 246 damage. I guess I can try sending Kazuki and Fam up. Problem is that I don't want Kazuki against this guy because he's anti-impact, so I'm going to do like no damage. I mean, so am I. But he's got a lot more health and he does more damage than me, so I am going to lose that fight. I guess we can advance up a little bit, not get into melee range, and then make him come to us. It's going to take forever to get Kazuki to these guys. And I think if I go for these ones at the back first, these two are just going to cut me off. That's 69% accuracy. I would say nice, but not so much here. I mean, I just felt like I did nothing. I think we've deployed in like the worst place here. Really, we wanted our piercing weapons on this side and our impact ones on this side. Obviously, you don't know that before you deploy. I'll see how first turn goes, I guess. Yeah, he's got anti-eye. It's really unfortunate where we've deployed. There's really not a whole lot Ryogo can do at the minute. I mean, I could go there and shoot there, but that's anti-piercing, so that's not going to help much. Maybe I could hit him from there. But then these two are just going to swarm Ryogo. I also forgot to change the arm on Fam's Vanzer as well, which is now proving a problem. Yeah, 48%, that is not it. What if we go there? $58 is better, but I mean, it's still not great. Yeah, these are very, very tanky boys. I forgot we had Pierre still. Okay, you're anti-F, so it doesn't really matter what we counter with. I do feel like that melee one's going to come for us as well, though, so maybe I just counter with the fist. Yeah, sure. Oh yeah, they actually use battle skills on you as well. I mean, we did stun Dennis, which is something. You see what I mean about how they're just ignoring everyone for Kazuki again, though? I wonder if it is true that whoever you deploy first gets most of the aggro. Because if that's true, you could kind of play around that. Okay, you're going for Fam, okay. This is going to be a very scary sequence of events. Jesus. Mercifully, that guy's not in range this turn. Yeah, Dennis is stunned this turn, which is great. I mean, if we attack this guy with a machine gun or a shotgun, we can hopefully take the legs out, and then that at least slows him down. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Miss. At least then we can sort of outrange this guy. Okay, you're anti-impact, so let's move a square away so we don't get obliterated. Yeah, we're just gonna kite him like a raid boss. It feels like a raid boss. So ideally, I need Fam to try and land 2 shots on the legs. Nice. And we ejected him as well, that's huge. So that essentially wastes his next turn. Now the question is, do I try and kill him? I don't even know if you can actually capture these ones. I'm not sure. But the opportunity has potentially presented itself. 38% accuracy. I could go here, go right next to him. I mean, I suppose even if we don't get the mech at the end, if we can take the pilot out, it at least takes him out of this battle. Okay, let's... Can you eject yourself into it? I want to say it would take 2 turns. I have a feeling you eject out 1 turn and then get in something next turn, but I could be wrong on that. Yeah, his mech can only walk 1 square now, yeah, so we've definitely slowed it down at least. I know there is another big scary one there, but I think this is maybe worth going for, trying to kill the pilot. Yeah, let's try it. That's garbage accuracy, that. And we do have zoom and we have rate of fire up, so maybe they'll trigger, but that seems massively risky. Maybe we do it with Kazuki first. I mean, 40% with a shotgun's not bad. Between that and then 2 machine guns. Oh, sorry, it'd be 1 machine gun, because I think Fam's already been this turn, hasn't she? And we don't know what Pierre's going to do as well. Do you know what? I feel like it's a save state kind of time. Yeah, I'm going to go for it. Oh god, please hit. Oh, that hurts. I mean, it's good to do that much damage. So now we need Ryogo to land 1... Is it 1 bullet? 2 bullets. I feel like we have to. 27% to land 2 bullets out of 10. I do like the combo that if you have Temu Asuka, you get Pierre as well. Is that the case throughout the campaign, Jokey? If you use Fam, do you just get Pierre as well, or is it only for certain missions? Go for it. Okay, we're firing more bullets, that's good. Yes, got him. Okay. That's one of these scary ones down. Hopefully we get that. I think now we need to focus on the other melee one because the rifle ones do a lot of damage, but I'm way less scared of them. Okay, I don't think we need another panic shot. We've already got 2. But thank you for using it anywhere. Not really what I'm looking for their Pierre, but sure. Although, to be fair, that was quite a lot of damage. So Dennis misses this turn. I mean, you're not anti-impact. If I hit your body, you might be done. Oof. Ah, so lucky. That is really lucky, actually. This guy's actually got distracted by Pierre. Never mind, Pierre's dead. Well, thank you for your service, Pierre. Again. It's a pleasure. Yeah, that is why we need to shut down the melee ones. Yeah, Kazuki, we need to heal his body this turn because I can't take another melee hit. I don't really care too much if I lose the gun. It'd hurt, but it's not the end of the world. You are anti-piercing. So the clever play here would be to have Ryogo use the repair kit and have Kazuki use the shotgun. Let's do that. Would melee with a shield not be OP then? You can run melee with a shield. It does kind of work. The only downside with that build is that you are entirely focused on like hitting one body part. And you obviously have to be in melee range. And some of the mechs you'll fight later on, it's actually really hard to get into melee range because they're like so lethal long range. Your shield will help, but... Okay, use a repair kit on Kazuki's body. You're anti-F, aren't you? Yeah. I feel like Alisa is just activating battle skills every single turn now, which I'm all for. Took that one's legs out as well. This is going very well. Okay, fam. So you are anti-F. You're anti-piercing, so fam's not going to be that useful against that. So I guess she can start on Dennis. He's stunned as well, so he shouldn't be able to attack back. Maybe it's worth going for melee. I'm just trying to get some battle skill procs when I can, but no luck so far. Okay, so now Kazuki, you can now outrange this guy. So if you move forward next time, you'll move to there. So as long as I'm like 2 squares away from you. I think so. If I was... Yeah, because if I go there and you move forward, you'll be in melee range. So I need to go there. Oh, cool. He's on AP minus 30 as well. Nice. I mean, it might be worth taking over one of the tackles, maybe. We've still got tackling the computer then. Having said that though, AP minus 30 on a shotgun, is that really going to save too much AP? It's great on things like missiles because they cost a lot of AP anyway. Maybe not so much on a shotgun. Yeah, I'll leave it. Apparently everyone's got a problem with Kazuki. I mean, I am going to counter that with the fist because it would be nice to get a good shot on the body. Don't debuff me. I'll take that. I love the idea of that skill. You just shoulder barge into them. I'll say, look at the damage that did. He was on like full health on his body before that. That's tackle 1. There is a tackle 2 and a tackle 3. Yeah, I feel like Ryogo and Fam can probably take care of that guy. We can probably take care of Dennis. So I think Kazuki and Alisa can probably focus on this dude. So again, if you move forward, you'll move to there. So I want to be here. I'm just making sure I stay out of melee range. And we ejected Dennis as well. I think that's a bit too late in the turn, unfortunately. Can I also just point out that Ryogo hasn't been hit once? Like, his mech is still on completely full health. Alisa I can understand because she stays miles back. So who do we have left? I mean, we could try to kill Dennis as well. It is asking a lot because we would need to land a few machine gun hits and a missile. Can Fam actually get there? Yes, she can. Okay. Do it. Because the other thing as well, I mean, again, I don't know if you get to capture these ones because they are like a special forces unit. I can't remember if you can capture them at this point. But if we can, I think the mech that Dennis uses, I don't know if it appears in this story anywhere else, apart from these missions. 48%. Oh, sure. You can catch any of them. Nah, he's gonna get back in next turn, I think. Listen to your inner Ash Ketchum. Yeah, I kind of feel like making a Pokemon reference though. I kind of feel that this is akin to like killing the trainers to steal their Pokemon. 42%. Oh, so close. I mean, we literally can't attack that again. It's gonna die as soon as we touch it. I did try. I mean, I'm not too fussed because I know it's not one of the best mechs in the game. But yeah, there are certain mechs in this game that only appear in battles that you cannot get in the shop. On Emma's story, you do get this one in the shop because this guy is on your team. Much like the mech that Alisa starts in. I don't think you can get that in the Emma story, maybe until right near the end. So Dennis's might appear in the shop maybe right near the end of the game, but I mean, I guess what I could do is I could melee Dennis and see if he surrenders. I just don't see him surrendering with him being a main character, though. Barons claims another victim. Yeah, so if we melee this guy, there's a chance that we destroy the leg or either of the arms. Took the legs out. I mean, it would be smart for him to surrender. Okay, I'm going to end my turn here because I want to see if he surrenders. Because occasionally when you surround enemies, sometimes they will surrender. Problem is, I don't know if that counts as blocking because I don't know if you can walk through that mech there. But we'll try it. Nice, still attacking, so... I'll counter him with the fist just because maybe he'll surrender if we hit one of the arms. Oof. Never mind. We got their FAI forum address. Thanks, Dennis. That went better than I thought it would. Hi, Yondelot. Yeah, I would say the advantage of playing this on an emulator now is that if you do get mechs that you really want to steal, you can just save scum and reload. Because I know there is at least one that shows up at some point that I really do want to steal, because it's very, very good and it only shows up about twice in the game. Also, 100%. Don't see that very often. Oh, we did get it. Yeah, that's a big get, actually. That's a very, very good Vanza. And with new Vanzas comes new battle skills. What happened? Did the USN take Midas? No. They'll be withdrawing. I'm certain they don't have Midas yet. So then we must get Midas before the USN. It's simple. Right, Pierre? Exactly as you say, my lady. I like how he bows in the Vanza. See? What's so simple about it? Anyway, let's change our course to avoid a conflict. We move to the hillside and enter the base. We're lucky the USN has drawn out the enemy. Well, somehow we survived that. I can't remember if they're actually like, dead in story now or if they come back. I assume they come back. I think we should probably look at this mech that we got because I'm pretty sure these are good. Yeah, it has 600 health. Yeah, I probably need to look up the battle skill for this as well, actually. I know these are very melee-focused ones. Right, what does the Grapple M1 get? Okay, so the body learns melee 3, which doubles your weapon skill during your turn, which is extremely good. The arms learn double punch 1, which attacks the enemy with the same melee weapon type on both arms. So if you want to go with like a double melee weapon Vanza, if it's the same type of weapon, you can do it with this one if you use those arms. I generally don't do it because having 2 melee weapons generally, for the most part, isn't worth it because you want to get 1 attack a turn. You're kind of relying on that skill activating. And the legs learn skill +2, which increases your weapon skills by 2 levels during the battle, which is very nice. So yeah, it's a really good Vanza all around. So what we should do is, let's break it into parts. It's also worth a lot of money as well. But we're going to divide it into parts. And because it's melee focus, we want to focus on probably Kazuki or Ryogo. I think Fam's mech is pretty good for the most part. She does need a better arm for a gun, though. So maybe it's time for Kazuki to finally get an upgrade. That is a very heavy body, though. That's the issue. So he would probably have to swap to either different parts or drop the item backpack, which I'm not a big fan of. So can Ryogo use the body? Yeah, this is going to be quite difficult to work into a build. It's a very heavy bike. I mean, it does look more like a Garon's this one, doesn't it? Yeah. So it's minus 19 again. I mean, I've got to assume that's going to be way overweight. Yeah, minus 112. Not quite. You're tired of getting Panzerfaust. I was going to say you're still hunting gold, but of course you're hunting gold. Yeah, I'll keep my fingers crossed you get it this week. Because so hilariously, Miho could use it. I mean, that's an option. We could do that. Or we could switch Fam to it because it's exactly the same weight as the body she was using, actually. So how does that differ compared to the one she's using? So it's more health. It's like 79 more health. Is that because it's upgraded, though? It's pink, so it's cute. Right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go on the network because I want to see what upgrades this mech has. Because it seems to have more health than I have, so I'm wondering if it's got the next tier of upgrades. Because if it's the same tier of upgrades as I've got, then there's no reason for Fam not to use it. I think we also need to buy some repair kits anyway, so let's just do that quick first. Oh yeah, it's upgrade stock parts, sorry. So this buddy, does it have an upgrade? Yeah, it has level 2 upgrades, that's why. So are we able to upgrade to level 2 yet? I don't think we are. So I guess they are just better than you can get at the minute. So yeah, in that case then there is no reason for Fam not to use those parts. It's kind of a shame because the mech she was using, it does kind of look interesting. It's like way different to everything else. But at this point, the grappler is just a straight upgrade. Yeah, it's got the same damage, like defense reduction and everything, so but more health. Okay, what does the Zeros arm learn? Because she hasn't learned it yet. Is it worth switching from? Oh, I learned shield attack 1, actually. Yeah, so the way shield attack works is you attack with a shield, and it adds 20% of your shield arm's HP to the damage. Because that's not bad. But we'd have to run a shield on her. I don't really like the idea of running a shield on Fam, though. I think the intention with Fam's build, I think, is to run a melee weapon and a shield, but I really don't like that. So how do these compare? Yeah, these arms have like 61 health more. That's a huge difference at this point. We're not going to learn shield attack with the Zero Sams anyway, so I think we just go with this. I think honestly we probably just end up putting her in the full grapple M1. The only exception is the right arm. Maybe we switch the right arm to one with a bit less health, because the way the arms work in this is the melee arms will tend to increase your melee damage and have a lot of health, but they tend to reduce your accuracy a little bit or have a low accuracy mod. Whereas the ranged arms, so if you look at this, the Zeros arm, you can see at the bottom it says accuracy times 5%. Where if I go to, for example, the Kyojin has times 10%, times 14%. So this is like a rifle arm. So you tend to find that the mechs that are designed for shooting tend to have arms that have higher accuracy mods, but generally have less health as well to counter that. So I don't want to go with something with that high accuracy because the health is so low, it's going to be a problem at close range. But we can maybe go with maybe 10%. Also, that would lend rate of fire up 2 as well, which is just really useful on machine guns, so that's probably a given, honestly. Do we have one that's already upgraded? So that's 212, 241s. Okay, so that's upgraded. And that actually brings our weight down to 0 remaining, so that's perfect. And then I'm assuming the legs probably were the same? Yeah. That is a chunky boy. Yeah, she is now a destroyer of worlds. So I think the only part we weren't using was we weren't using the right arm, I think? So does anyone have a melee weapon on the right arm that we could switch to? I'm guessing probably not, because it tends to be left arm for melee. Although we could do what we said we were going to do, if the weight limit will allow it. We could use the other grapple arm on a missile bot to give it a lot more health than the shield arm. Which honestly is probably a really good idea, if I have the weight to do it. Yeah, it's actually lighter weight, which makes no sense, but the accuracy mod doesn't matter because we've only got a shield on that arm anyway. But that gives us another 196 health more on the arm, which makes the shield a lot more effective. So yes, we'll do that. It does look kind of an abomination now, in that it's all really bulky and then has a really thin body and one little scrawny arm. Alright, let's push on and see what's next then. I feel like we get a decent amount done in these streams. Normally get a couple of missions done each time, so it works out quite well. Have we eliminated the enemy yet? No. A different rebel squad is also inside the base. Another squad? Where are they headed? The rebel squad is moving towards the heliport. What? Are they also after Midas? Contact the lab and load Midas onto a transport. Yes, sir. I won't let them take Midas. That's not the music I was expecting at this point in the game. We're just going for a stroll in the hills in our big, huge mechs. You say we infiltrate the base, but from where? Look at this. A heliport. We could use that. Did we not do any intel on this base before we arrived? It's a supply entrance. It's big enough that the Vanza should fit. Hey, Ryogo. Leave that alone and get up here. Yeah. What was he even doing? Alright, I can open it. Liu, keep an eye on this area. I was kind of expecting him to just blast the door down. Okay. We resorted to blasting eventually anyway. Kazuki, you should work carefully. Don't worry about that. He's still shooting the door. He's not that nimble. Neither are you. Hey, cut it out, you two. So what we've learned is if a door doesn't open, just shoot it a lot. Liu, it's open. You're telling me that these guys just hid under there? Be very, very quiet. Hey, you two, cut it out. Time is short. Let's go. I like how I just face planted. Like, you can't lock us away from our barons. We need that. We need it back. Kazuki, we've got company. Alisa, are you okay? It is very funny that it's just face planted. I'm okay. How about you? Can you find missiles while she's laid down? That's all I need to know. We're surrounded, but everyone's unharmed. Kazuki, talk later. Time to fight. Alisa, hold on. We're coming to help. You think the Barons needs help? Kazuki, I'm going to look for Midas. What are you saying? If I do nothing, the USM will steal it. Don't worry. I'll be careful. Alisa! Alisa! Also, could she not have just punched the door down with the mech and got back out again? Could none of them have done that to get in? Kazuki, on your right. They're coming. Damn it. Get out of my way. Pokemon level physics. Yeah, so unfortunately, we are not allowed to use the Barons for this, which basically cripples our entire strategy. Yeah, oh no, there's a Snorlax in the middle of the road. Whatever can I do? I mean, we are bringing Fam because she has the insane mech now. Do I bring Liu or Miho? It do look like they were using machine guns. There are helicopters as well, and all the rifles are okay against them. You are gambling a lot. I'll take Miho. And I'm going to gamble and say that we're using an EP. I know the helicopters are going to use missiles, but I know we're fighting a few mechs as well. Yeah, so because Fam has a level 2 upgraded mech, she can now spend more AP to increase the effectiveness of these. It's only for the defense one, but you can see by default at level 1 we have a 5% damage mod, so we can reduce damage by 5% against that type. But if I turn the second one on, it increases to 10%. And this will happen for all of these upgrades, and these go up to level 4, I believe. Also, let's switch you to an EP. If you're wondering why she gets 10% at level 1, it's because every Vanza has different defensive stats, so generally you'll find that the ones with slightly lower health will have bigger damage reduction mods, whereas the really tanky ones will tend to not reduce damage too much. I guess it's to try and balance it a bit. Okay, so there's some mechs to the right there. Okay, I'm assuming it's normal conditions. Yeah. So what we're dealing with, they are upgraded and they have, oh god, they have shotguns. They've swapped out on us. That is a problem. Yeah, I was convinced they would use machine guns. You are missiles as usual. You are cannons. So at least we're protecting against the cannons, I guess. The helicopters are going to be really irritating because obviously we don't have missiles to take care of them. There's also like 3 of them to destroy, which is going to be very annoying. I think we're just getting close and just hope for the best. Also, we do have Pierre with us as well, of course. I mean, double assault is going to help. Especially when you hit the body. Yeah, that's quite strong. Instead of that, let's get Famine You are anti-piercing. Let's try going for melee. Maybe we'll get a lucky body shot. No, but we need to take the machine gun arm out. Or the shotgun arm, so that helps. What are you even armed with, Miho? Shotgun. Okay, maybe we get lucky and destroy the shotgun arm. We did. Okay, that's him taken care of. I think maybe we start to work on the other one, because this guy's not going to be much of a threat now. Although that is a big accuracy drop between the two. Nah, I'll go for the kill on this one. Nice. Yeah, Ryoko is just farming experience at this point. That's helpful, actually. It seems like Pierre, it feels like his AI is kind of programmed to go for the non-mech targets first. I'm not going to counter that because I think I'd rather counter the mech instead. Nice. Yeah, shotgun's strong. Oh, they're actually targeting Fam. I wonder if that's because she's the only one in range. Not really sure what the helicopters are doing, but I'm for it. Okay, so next up is to take this guy out. And I think I move Fam there because maybe she'll be out of range of the missiles. I mean, she's been very useful hitting the body every time, which is nice. Oh, I don't like you've got more accuracy than me, that hurts. Let's waste your AP a bit first. In fact, can Miho use repair kits? She can. I don't need to use one this turn necessarily. Now, if she can repair, then she can afford to take some damage. Oh god. RNG time. Damn. I love that skill, but it so rarely pays off. Thanks, Miho. So you now have no AP left, so that means I am free to just hit you. I think I'm going to go for the melee here because if I hit the body, it'll take him out. Then mine is doing tackle. God, it's so strong. Okay, we're doing it again. Cool. More of that, please. I don't really need to learn another one. Yeah. But yeah, one more, exactly. I do like it when the battle skills chain. It's very, very useful. So with Ryogo now... I mean, I guess this cannon's like the only option, really. What is my accuracy like if I go there? Wait, this isn't going to counter me. I'm surprised at that because it's still got 12 AP left. Cool. Well, that makes that easy. Go on, Pierre. Solo everything. No, oddly, they seem to be targeting Fam this time. Yeah, probably need to heal her next turn. And I think I get Miho to do it. Because she's... Without a feint, she's probably one of the less useful members of the party at the minute. Especially if she misses with hit or miss. So I think what I do is... Let's get Miho to heal Fam. I mean, I guess we can go for this helicopter. I don't see a reason not to. Yeah, let's go for it. We need to take them out anywhere, so... Is that 40%, I think? Not bad. Hopefully Rogo should be able to finish that. Really? 10 HP left? You're going to leave it on 10? Okay, I guess Fam will take care of it then. Oh, that's really useful. That was a very much a fine, I'll do it myself moment. Yeah, she's going to learn that. Because that's very useful. Alright, Pierre, what's the plan? Nothing, apparently. Okay, well, that's distracted by Pierre. And who couldn't be? Okay, that's a very good turn. Okay. Annoyingly, I have a feeling I need to destroy this, and it's way over there. I could be wrong, though. So I guess we'll focus on the helicopters mainly. Can I actually get near enough any of them? Yeah, I don't think I can hit any of them this turn. I guess I could shoot the turret, maybe. Oh, it's anti-impact, though, so I'm probably not going to do much damage. Right, we'll leave Kazuki for now. Figure out what to do with him. So, Ryogo. So you can't hit any of the helicopters. That's obscured, so I can't shoot that from there, really. Well, I could, but it'd be a waste of time. I don't think a lot's going to happen this turn. I guess maybe is it worth using this turn to heal? Yeah, maybe I can use a repair kit on Kazuki just to feel a bit safer. Honestly, maybe on the shotgun arm. We need that for the helicopters, so... yeah. The thing is, we can't sit back because the helicopters will just sit there and fire missiles, so I think we have to move forward. Yeah, so there's not going to be a lot of action this turn, unfortunately. I was wondering if is there a way down... oh, do we have to use that ramp over there? I think we do. Maybe the helicopters will come over, though. I guess if they don't come over this turn, we can go that way. Yeah. Or Pierre could just solo them. Pierre just does not care. He's now stunned the turret. At this point, he's probably the MVP of the entire mission. Okay, they've now apparently noticed that Kazuki exists. Okay, I need to heal his body next turn. Oh no, we can jump down. Okay, cool. And before that, though... so is it just these ones over here we need? So there's one turret there, helicopter, helicopter, and a turret up here. Okay. I mean, you may as well shoot it. Yeah, I think Kazuki can just head down and he can heal himself. %. I mean, I guess that is an ambitious shot. There's not really anywhere else I can go, though, so... okay, that helps quite a bit. Thanks, Pierre. The only downside of Pierre is that obviously if he kills something you don't get the experience for it, but it's not a huge deal. That's fine because we're not going to be using the melee arm anyway. You have quite a bit of AP left, but I think this is still worth doing. Somehow the arm survived on 2 HP. I mean, Real Gun may as well take out. Although, actually, that's only got 23 health left. We may as well get rid of that with Fam. Because she needs the experience more. Let's do it with a melee attack to try and trigger a melee skill. Miho's not been able to do a great deal this battle. I guess Ryogo can start heading towards the turret over here. So Pierre's already on it, actually. Nice shot. Okay, you do not have enough AP to counter, so... yeah. That was really poor accuracy. We're just out of range there. Can Fam get the kill on this helicopter as well? 58% accuracy. Nice. Yeah, Fam's a lot better now that we've changed the mech. And then Miho can head up towards this turret. So I guess we do have to destroy this turret. Go on, Pierre. An attempt was made. I think it's because of the terrain it's on. I mean, it's free damage. Yeah, having the booster really helps because it lets you move around the map a lot faster. Yeah, what we need to try and do is get to a position where I actually risk shooting that. I mean, 19% accuracy. I mean, I can't do anything else, so I guess I may as well. It's a bit than I thought, actually. Nice work, Pierre. And the cannon is trying to surrender. I don't think we can do much with that, because it's on about 20 health, I think, so I don't think it's going to be able to surrender. So I feel that Miho should probably try and get the kill, because she badly needs experience. Nice. Yeah, that wasn't too bad, that one. Again, really not much money, though. Although I guess there wasn't that many enemies. I see we've resorted to letting Lou open the door now. Lou, do you think you can open it? Don't rush me. I'm working on it. Hurry it up. We have to help Alisa. Calm down. This is calm. Okay, finished. Let's go, everyone. Wait, Kazuki. He's off again. No good. You can't stop him. At times like this, it's best to let Kazuki do what he wants. What is that? Wait, Liu, what did you say? Oh, well, just follow Kazuki. Hey, why do you keep humouring Kazuki? Wait, don't leave me alone. Hold on, you have Pierre. And that is basically perfect timing. So yeah, we will wrap up there with Front Mission for today, I think. Next week we do it. So next week, I need to think about what I'm doing because next Wednesday's stream would technically be, what, Christmas Eve? I need to decide if I want to do a stream on Christmas Eve or not. I may pass it up next week and then resume it the week after. Because the week after Christmas week, I'm off from work, so it'll be a lot easier to do the stream that week, I think. So maybe I take next Wednesday off. And I imagine most people have got plans for Christmas Eve anyway, so yeah, I think we'll end Front Mission there for today. On Sunday, just as a reminder, there will be the PSO 25th anniversary premiere video on YouTube, which will go live at 4 PM GMT. And then I will be streaming PSO later in the day at like the normal stream time as well, because it feels like the time to play PSO on the 25th anniversary. You know, implying we don't play it all the time anyway. So we're doing PSO on Sunday. As I said, the following week, I'll figure it out, but I think we might skip the Wednesday stream and maybe do the Sunday stream though still. But I'll let you guys know nearer the time. If you have enjoyed the stream, as usual, please consider either like and subscribe and join as a member if you want to. You can follow or sub on either Twitch or YouTube. You can follow on X or Bluesky. And I also have a Discord server you can join as well, so feel free to join on there if you haven't already. Link for that should be just under the video player or in the description on YouTube. But yeah, we will pick up Front Mission, I'd imagine probably the week after next. Thanks, Jim. Big nostalgia for Front Mission. I love this game. I've said it before, but I think this is my favourite game. There are not many that get to that level. I think this probably just pips Phantasy Star games for me, just because I've played it so much in the past, and I just really like how it plays. Phantasy Star is obviously really up there as well. But yeah, I do plan on doing the full Alisa story, and then once I've done that, maybe at a later date I'll do the Emma story as well, but I want to have a bit of a gap between the two stories because I appreciate not everyone is interested in Front Mission. But yeah, we'll end there for today anyway, so whatever you're doing, have a great rest of your week, and I'll hopefully see some of you guys on YouTube for the PSO 25th anniversary video, and then later for the stream as well. So whatever you're doing, have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you guys on Sunday. See you guys.